Drag a $100 bill through a trailer cab, and there's no telling what you will find. I was against gay marriage until I realized I didn't have to get one. Sometimes the right thing gets done for the wrong reason, and sometimes, unfortunately, the wrong thing gets done for the right reason. Right-wingers don't want public education to succeed. Honestly, I enjoy nothing more than two Republicans going after each other. It's better to be married to someone who hates your politics than someone who hates your mama. If you didn't have some sense of idealism, then what is there to sustain you? To be a contrarian, you've got to be a contrarian against your own people. When you dehumanize a group, there's lasting consequences because they know that they're being dehumanized. My populism doesn't extend to my choice of hotels. I think Ralph Nader is the biggest liar in American politics when he said it didn't matter who was president. Ideologies aren't all that important. What's important is psychology. When you become famous, being famous becomes your profession. I had a remarkably happy childhood. Whatever scars I have are self-inflicted. My mother, Ms. Nippy Carville, was a woman of many talents. But I'd rather not predict, I'd rather affect. This idea that somehow or another, every idea on its face, because it's an idea, has some validity is ludicrous. It's our heritage. We Democrats, we dream a lot. As with mosquitoes, horseflies, and most blood-sucking parasites, Kenneth Starr was spawned in stagnant water. I think that America will not trust a party to defend America that isn't willing to defend itself. We should not run away from religious teachings. We should run to them. The only thing I'm running for is the state line. Democrats cluster in cities and Republicans don't. No one will ever accuse James Carville of taking himself seriously. Cajuns eat Italian on Sundays. The teachings of the church line up more with the Democratic Party than the Republican Party. You have to have sharp elbows if you want to change something. If you want to be angry at Gore, be angry at him for not fighting harder in Florida. I think the Democratic Party has the chronic problem of appearing to be weak, of not standing and fighting for what it believes in, not fighting for its own. Most of the stuff I've ever said is pretty insignificant and, by and large, has been said off the cuff and without much thought to the potential consequences. I was a little-known political consultant until Bill Clinton made me, when he came upon hard times. I felt it my duty, whatever my personal misgivings, to stick by him. When I was wrong about the 2002 elections, I dumped a garbage can on my head when my John Kerry prediction didn't pan out in 2004. I smashed an egg on my face. I actually thought Pope Paul VI was the most tragic figure in the modern church, like Lyndon Johnson was a very tragic figure in politics in some ways. I always find it offensive when people say, God showers riches on you if you're good. Politics is a messy business, but campaigning prepares you for governing. It prepares you to get hit, stand strong, and, if necessary, hit back. I knew that manual labor wasn't the career for me. I love young people. I identify with them. It never was a goal of mine to grow up. I always wanted to be a sports broadcaster. I grew up in Carville, Louisiana. I'm a just the facts, ma'am kind of guy. It is literally painful to watch Rick Perry as a candidate. The thing I love about politics and sports is that there is an end goal, winning, and there are indeed winners and losers. The case could be made that Rick Perry is the worst debater to ever run for president. Mitt Romney's to presidential campaigns, as the Delta House grade point average was to Faber College, the worst in history. It is undeniably the duty of the opposition party to field a credible slate of candidates for the nation's highest office. Romney is an accommodationist technocrat who is an ideological pretzel of a man. I like being on the side of healthcare consumer. One of my favorite aspects of basketball is good passing. My favorite Saturday, outside any Saturday that Louisiana State University plays football, is the Kentucky Derby. I have always loved the college atmosphere, sometimes too much, which is why I spent so long at LSU. During my time as a political strategist, one of the most vexing problems was figuring out why so many people vote against their perceived interests. What has always made the Clintons great politicians and better people is their unyielding commitment to expanding the middle class for everyone. I tell my students that the single most powerful thing that we have in this country, something that literally harbors no dissent and no questioning, is the all-powerful elite narrative. My blood's not red or blue, it's brown. The 1980 Republican presidential contest might have been as good a roster of candidates as ever fielded by any party. Campaigns are about adjustments. Politics has become the great spectator sport of the United States. My dad was actually a college boxer at LSU and a good one, too. He was the captain of the boxing team. When I was a kid and LSU lost, you didn't read the papers until, like, Thursday. We don't know each other. Democrats don't know Republicans. Republicans don't know Democrats. I love to walk into places and have what I think is, like, the prettiest, smartest wife in town. I kind of enjoy that. I'm not sure the people who are voting for Trump want to be pulled together with the people who are voting for Clinton and vice versa. I've had enough of giving millionaires like Dick Cheney and myself tax breaks and giving America's kids a mountain of debt. Momentum has always counted for something, not everything, but it's always perceived as being something that matters in American politics. I tell my students that the single most powerful thing that we have in this country, something that literally harbors no dissent and no questioning, is the all-powerful elite narrative. What has always made the Clintons great politicians and better people is their unyielding commitment to expanding the middle class for everyone. During my time as a political strategist, one of the most vexing problems was figuring out why so many people vote against their perceived interests.